Salud. Welcome, everyone. This is the Crypto Kid in Kryptonic Media, and our topic today is DOGE triggers Democratic meltdown. Representative Ayanna Pressley loses it. So, man, this is hilarious. I'm saving that for the last bit since we're just getting started. But while we have people join us on TikTok, I want to go through where we are in as far as the financial markets, and then with the Senate confirmation hearings of the 22 cabinet members that President Donald Trump nominated. So let's first check out the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is down $2,053 to the price of $95,794. Let's get Ethereum. Ethereum is down $90 to the price of $2,646. But that does not mean the S&P 500 is down. So, and it actually is positive. The S&P 500 is up $53.50 to the price of $6,126. So it's broken that 6,100 price ceiling that it's been struggling with for the last few months. And then that would imply that Dow Jones is in the black as well. And Dow Jones is up $327 to the price of 44,696. Okay, I have two people that have joined. Welcome, my brothers. Welcome, my brothers from Pakistan. I'm great. How are you guys? All right, man. We're about to go, I'm here on TikTok and YouTube. Right now, I can't show you the images because TikTok has been giving me some warnings. Yes, but so I'll tell you. Okay. Yes. So today, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was confirmed as the Director of Health and Human Services. So that is a positive. And then we also had, they've been giving me some warnings. Yes. So with Brooke Rollins of Agriculture, she's also been confirmed as Director of Agriculture. Now, what I'm showing people on YouTube is the picture of Ayanna Pressley. Before Trump, she had lovely long hair like mine. And now Trump has been nominated president. She's cut all her hair off, and she is a complete bald head. So she's having a meltdown here, man. So give me 1 minute. I don't want to get a TikTok violation by showing you guys this picture, but let me show it for people that are on YouTube. So as you can see here, I have Representative Ayanna Pressley, very beautiful woman, very beautiful woman. She beautiful face, long hair, beautiful like mine. And then soon as Trump was elected president, she shaved her head and she's having a meltdown. So a lot of these Democrats are losing it. They probably need to be watched. I'm betting that at least two other women are going to shave their heads bald. So let's see. And this is going to be a contest for the rest of the week. If we can have women, if I guarantee you by the end of the week, we're going to have two other women that have shaved their heads completely bald. So let's check it out here. Also, I'm going to show here that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is on here. So let's see here. Let's go to the confirmation right here. I had two dudes that were with me and everything. Let me know your comments, okay? Okay, during the victory lap, I won. So, see, I'm winning here on this, but I need to come up with something silly My buddy just came on there. He did something. Jason Hodges, please send this out to the TikTok universe. But this is hilarious. And whether you're like me, I want to be transparent. I'm a MAGA person. I voted for Donald Trump. But most of my life, I've been a Democrat. So only recently have I changed over. And that's only been since 2016. I voted for Barack Obama twice. I voted for who else? I voted for the last four Democrats prior to him, and I moved from from California to Washington D.C. because of Barack Obama, and I was so happy. And once I got to Washington D.C. and I saw how fake Washington D.C. is, how corrupt it is, both for Democrats and the Republicans, I just got completely turned off. And then when I saw the policies like the DEI policy that Barack Obama signed into office immediately, I was wondering, why is he doing this? And now we know why. The DEI policies are causing a lot of problems nationwide. And now that President Trump is removing them, like we've been doing things like sending millions of dollars to people in different countries for transgender education. We have no business spending our hard-paying U.S. tax dollars to try to educate people on something that less than 1 percentage point of the population even is concerned about. But yet millions of dollars are being spent in America and abroad to try to push this crazy agenda. And you and I, we had, like, they still haven't fixed the water problem in Flint, Michigan. Even in Flint, Michigan, the water still has high levels of lead and other contaminants in it. And instead of fix that problem, we would rather send money to other countries to educate them on the transgender movement. And if that country is interested in that, that's their right, but they should have to pay to educate their own population. And I don't know why my tax dollars is being used to pay for that. But we've also found out that a lot of members of Congress, both Democrat and Republicans, have set up shell companies that are nonprofit 501c companies or 501c companies that are nonprofits. They're hiring their friends, their college classmates, and all these people are giving themselves six-figure salaries, and 70 to 80% of the money is being used for these people's salaries. And we're finding out that a lot of this is happening through USAID, USAID, and the U.S. Treasury is sending this money out. And that's the reason why the judge in New York blocked Elon Musk from even investigating this. Now, put in the comments below whether, like, I don't care whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, but don't you want to be, don't you feel that the federal government should be audited? Like me, I worked for Charles Schwab, and I went through a 30-day audit while I was in college, and I was an accountant, a reconciliation specialist, and I had to sit 30 days with the members of Deloitte and Touche, and now it's just called Deloitte. And for all of you guys that don't know anything about Washington, D.C., Deloitte does all the auditing, and they're in Arlington, Virginia, right across the Francis Scott Key Bridge. So soon as you leave Georgetown on M Street and you cross over the Francis Scott Key Bridge into Arlington, Virginia, you're going to see this tall sky rise, and that is Deloitte, and that is for the purposes of auditing. So I got audited for 30 days when I worked at Deloitte, when I worked at Charles Schwab. And then when I got a job as an accountant for the Federal Reserve Bank in San Francisco, I got audited for 6 weeks, 2 weeks internally and 4 weeks by someone from a different branch. And then after I got audited for 2 weeks and 4 weeks internally. Then they had Deloitte and Touche come and audit me for another 30 days. So I got audited 10 weeks straight because I look like this. And I had my hair at the time was only right here to where the tribe sign is. And my supervisor didn't like the fact that I had dreadlocks and long hair. And so he ordered me to be audited. And I passed every audit with flying colors. So it's interesting that the Democratic Party does not want the federal government to be audited. And that's because the federal government has internally all these bureaucracies who have created slush funds. And there's a lot of fraudulent activity going on with these slush funds. A lot of members of Congress have set up shell companies, nonprofit 501Cs, and they've hired their college classmates and their relatives and had all these people write in six-figure salaries. And they're saying they're sending money in Africa for people starving. They claim they're sending money to people in the Middle East, in Iran, in Palestine that are struggling and are starving. And we come to find out that none of this money is going to Africa. None of this money is going to starving, struggling families all over the world, that the money is actually staying here. And Liz Cheney is getting payments. Chuck Schumer is getting payments directly. Why is Chuck Schumer and why is Liz Cheney receiving money from USAID? And before this whole thing is over, a lot of Republicans as well as Democrats are going to be discovered and ratted out for receiving all this slush fund money. And somebody's going to have to go to jail. And all these judges that are doing, who are activists and Democratic operatives, all they're doing is just delaying. They're not stopping anything. They're delaying what is eventually going to come out in the light. And they're trying to buy additional time for them to destroy evidence and documents. Like, soon as Donald Trump was announced the winner, we all know that the January 6th committee destroyed all evidence. And that means that Liz Cheney was in Washington, D.C., destroying evidence. Nancy Pelosi had her staff destroy evidence. And I'm going to warn you guys, whether you have a civil case, a criminal case at the local level, the state level, if you decide to destroy evidence, the judge is going to give you the maximum time. And even if you don't get convicted for the crimes that you were charged on, what they're going to do is say you obstructed justice, you tampered with evidence, and the judge is going to give you maximum counts, which is generally 10 to 20 years on each action you've taken. And that's how, by destroying evidence in a court case, you could actually get yourself a lifetime sentence, because the judge, each instance of you destroying court documents that have been subpoenaed, like the January 6th committee were subpoenaed to turn over evidence, they never turned it over. So each time that when somebody destroys a hard drive, that is obstruction of evidence. When somebody shreds documents, that's obstruction of evidence. Each one of these, the judge can give you the maximum count of 10 to 20 years on each count. So if you have 4 to 5 actions that you've taken in obstruction of justice and the judge decides to give you 10 years, well, that's 50 years. And if you're over 40, that's a lifetime sentence, So that's what's going on. And that is why the Democrats are losing it. And this representative, Ayanna Harris, she had a full head of hair. Her hair was about right here where my tribe shirt is. And then now, in objection and protest to Donald Trump, she shaved her head bald. The only thing that's going to result from that is she's just going to have less dates. It's not a lot of men that are dying to date women who have shaved their head bald. There are some men that appreciate women with shaved heads, but it's not a lot out there. So if everybody watching and listening, if you're a woman and you decide to shave your head, all you're saying is that you're going to get less offers to go on a date from the dating pool. And that's but that's your right. Maybe you don't want to date. Hey, that's your right. An easy way to ensure you don't get a lot of date requests is to shave your head. So learn from Representative Ayanna Pressley. Women out there, don't shave your head. If you do, hey, that's your prerogative, but you're probably not going to get a lot of dates. With that, this is Crypto Kid signing out. Make sure I'm going to be going live later on for health and fitness. You see, I have my tribe shirt on. We're going to talk about the fountain of youth and how to stay young and healthy. So if you want to see that, make sure you follow me. You'll get the notification. I should be going live in about an hour and a half. So with that, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. We're going to sign out.